Hey guys, Dakota here. Today we're talking about general strength and arm wrestling. Does it carry over? Is it good? When should I do it? I kind of want to cover all the basics here. But first thing I want to get started off by saying, I do believe it carries over. I think it has its time and places. Do I think you can become a phenomenal arm wrestler by just strength training? No, I don't. But we all know strength is the basis of arm wrestling. So, whether you're building it generally, arm wrestling specific, whatever you're doing to make it work, as long as you keep improving it, it will get better. Now, again, to kind of get started, I want to go over kind of what I do personally. So, I try to do general strength every day. I go to the gym once a day. I don't do anything crazy. I do legs, I do back and buys, I do chest, shoulders, and tries. I do core, traps. I call it a miscellaneous day. I try and do all of that other stuff as well. And I just, I'm not too strict on it. Obviously, I'm more strict with my arm wrestling stuff, but I try to go once a day and I make sure that I'm doing some form of cardio and I'm getting all of my muscle groups. If it's like chest, shoulders, try day and they're still blasted from whenever they're sore, I'll do back and buys, or I'll do triceps and buy, like as long as I'm getting everything. But I do kind of do that push pull leg split just to give myself a general idea. But my goal with that in the strength training, the way I look at it is, even though it's general, I am still trying to get stronger. So I'm always pushing the limit on the weights. I don't always keep track as well as I should, but I do like to kind of, last time I did 3 sets of 12, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 8, whatever I decide to do on, 80 pounds, then I'm going to try and move it up to 85. And if I can't do it, then I go as 85 as many as I can and I drop it just to know I'm getting stronger. That is how I like to do it. I'm sure everybody has their different ways of doing it and they're all right. But yeah, I mean, overall, I do see a carryover. And my story of where I noticed a carryover was when I was younger and I just had gotten back into arm wrestling, hadn't done any arm wrestling training for a few years, just gym stuff, your biceps, all your basic stuff. And I went to an arm wrestling tournament and I was winning matches. I had some background technique, but I didn't have any arm wrestling specific training or anything like that. And I still managed to get some wins, you know what I mean? So I think it does carry over. When do I recommend doing it? I say do it, you got to do it for you. You want to do it for your overall health. I think, as arm wrestling gets more professional, we become professional athletes. I think there is a certain aspect of having good overall physicality. Just those arm wrestling lifts, you can get crazy good at it, but overall health is good too. So I would say do for your health. Just do it, to get stronger. Those are the important things in my opinion. And then also, when I think general strength, I'm kind of going to go on a little bit of a side tangent here, but I think of cardio too. Now, sometimes when I arm wrestle people, they're like, wow, like you have really good arm cardio. You must arm wrestle lots. I do arm wrestle lots. I get my arm cardio from that as well. But I think something that people forget is that I try and do some form of cardio every single day. I'll run, I'll row, I'll do stairs, I'll do sprints. I like to do it, as weird as that sounds. And the overall cardiovascular health and benefits that I see from that are very good. And for a long time, I'm going to keep doing that. I think if you want to have the best possible cardio in arm wrestling, then your general cardio will help your arm cardio. Your body will flush the lactic acid better. You won't get as much of a pump because your body's used to you putting it through extenuous cardio. Now, you don't have to go do sprints and drain yourself. I like to do that just for me. But even just, your walks, your runs, getting your heart rate up, getting your blood pumping is something that you can do that is a general strength carryover into arm wrestling. Again, guys, not kind of too much to cover here, but to answer the question, yes, I do think general strength carries over. I think it's important to have reasons for you to want to do it, but I also think health is something that we all have to maintain, and I think that should be a reason why you want to do general strength. I understand that not everybody has the time for it, and that's completely okay, but fit in there where you can, you know, even if that's a few push-ups, a few sit-ups, a few squats. Squats do amazing things for the body, even non-weighted, just sitting there doing a few, getting the blood pumping. I know a lot of arm wrestlers don't have insane legs, and that's okay, but you know, a lot of things I've researched and found out is like legs is very good for boosting overall body growth, testosterone, things like that. And you don't have to focus so strictly on the legs, but I do think it's important to have some aspect of training your legs in there. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got for you today. I hope you've been enjoying the videos. Make sure to like and subscribe, tell a friend, and I will see you guys in the next arm wrestling related video.